Right, this is the third reading then of chapter 11, helping the intemperate. Many who are drawn to Christ will not have moral courage to continue the warfare against appetite and passion, but the worker must not be discouraged by this. Is it only those rescued from the lowest depths that backslide? Remember that you do not work alone. Ministering angels unite in service with every true-hearted son and daughter of God. And Christ is the restorer, the great physician himself stand beside his faithful workers, saying to the repentant soul, "Child, thy sins be forgiven thee." Mark 2:5. Many are the outcasts who will grasp the hope set before them in the gospel and will enter the kingdom of heaven, while others who were blessed with great opportunities and great light which they did not improve will be left in outer darkness. The victims of evil habit must be aroused to the necessity of making an effort for themselves. Others may put forth the most earnest endeavor to uplift them. The grace of God may be freely offered, Christ may entreat, his angels may minister, but all will be in vain unless they themselves are aroused to fight the battle in their own behalf. So there must be a willingness in them to want to change as well. You cannot change or help someone that doesn't want to change as well. But in the beginning, it will sound as if they don't want to change. You know, they've lost hope. So you have to push a little bit and break through that barrier first. I worked with an old lady. Her eating habits were terrible. She was wheelchair. She was in a wheelchair. She lost her one hip. They had to remove the hip completely. And she just ate what she wanted. And the way she ate as well, she like sort of gobbled the food, you know, like she can't get it into her mouth fast enough. And she was incredibly overweight. And I only worked with her with 6 months. And her blood flow increased, her whole metabolism changed, and she also got color in her face again. She actually became quite pretty, beautiful, because I just changed the diet and I inserted some temperance rules into her daily eating schedule. And in the beginning, she fought it with everything she had. She was angry with me. She was nasty with me until she started to feel better and feel the benefits of her circulation system kicking back and starting to work properly again. That was quite a miracle to see how she changed just from diet. The last words of David to Solomon, then a young man and soon to receive the crown of Israel, were, "Be strong and show thyself a man," 1 Kings 2 verse 2. To every child of humanity, the candidate for an immortal crown are these words of inspiration spoken. Be strong and show thyself a man. To have temperance in your life does take courage. It does take strength, because the entire world and the advertisements for food and comfort food is all working against intemperance, because they want to enslave you by your eating habits, because then they make money. They make a lot of money. So you have to fight against the world, and you have to fight against yourself. The self-indulgent must be led to see and feel that great moral renovation is necessary if they would be men. God calls upon them to arouse and, in the strength of Christ, win back the God-given manhood that has been sacrificed through sinful indulgence. Feeling the terrible power of temptation, the drawing of desire that leads to indulgence, many a man cries in despair, "I cannot resist evil." Tell him that he can, that he must resist. He may have been overcome again and again, but it need not be always thus. He is weak in moral power, controlled by the habits of a life of sin. His promises and resolutions are like ropes of sand. The knowledge of his broken promises and forfeited pledges weakens his confidence in his own sincerity and causes him to feel that God cannot accept him or work with his efforts, but he need not despair, and you must continually give them hope and give them words of courage. Those who put their trust in Christ are not to be enslaved by any hereditary or cultivated habit or tendency. Instead of being held in bondage to the lower nature, they are to rule every appetite and passion. God has not left us to battle with evil in our own infinite strength. Whatever may be our inherited or cultivated tendencies to wrong, we can overcome through the power that He is ready to impart. Okay, I'm going to do the fourth reading of chapter 11, Ellen G. White, the Ministry of Healing.